Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Saturday, October 7th, 2017. And today in our Tech News Update, we have Microsoft Edge. Of course, we've learned that it's coming to a Android and an iPhone near you. But what's interesting is that they had started, of course, doing the beta testing on iOS with insiders. Well, now everyone on iOS can get the beta testing of Edge. So if you are on an iPhone or an iPad, you can head to the download for Microsoft Edge. It's open to everyone. You can test it out. And basically, Android users, we got to wait a little bit, but we are eventually going to have it. I have taken out of the dust my iPhone 5. I will be actually reviving it to get Microsoft Edge and talk a little bit about it this week on the channel. In other news, we have an interesting study that came out. I hear this all the time, and you probably heard it. You might even think it's true. A lot of people say that Apple is pushing iOS updates intentionally to slow down older devices so that it forces us to upgrade. Well, FutureMark, which is a company that is well known if you are into testing software for, the speed of your graphics adapter in your PC, tested this for 18 months with iOS 9, 10, and 11. And behold, after testing an iPhone 5S, they said, not happening. The iPhone is at pretty much the same speed, has the same results in the speed tests for performance, GPU, whether it was on iOS 9, 10, or 11. So they say it's not the case. It seems that every version of iOS keeps your older iPhone pretty much at the same speed. And in other news, we have Google's Project Zero. Project Zero is Google's own project of checking out all the different operating systems and software and trying to find some, flaws that could be, of course, used by bad guys. And so they've actually said that Microsoft should be patching Windows 7 and Windows 10 pretty much together. They say that basically, Microsoft has the bad habit of patching Windows 10 before it patches some serious flaws in Windows 7. And this actually makes Windows 7 more at risk because patching in Windows 10 means the bad guys now know where to look for a problem. And basically, it puts Windows 7 users at risk as long as it's not patched. So Google says Microsoft should patch all of this together, not prioritize Windows 10. Well, a very interesting little survey research shows that while most people think that basically hacking is easier on Windows and Windows Server, our latest study says that Linux servers are targeted much more and hacked successfully as pretty much as often as Windows servers. And basically, the recent Equifax data leak just shows the trend that even if you're on Linux, if you don't do the job of security, the job of patching, you are as vulnerable as any other operating system, including Windows. And that the thinking that you're safer on Linux is kind of pretty much more of a myth than anything else. And if you are still using AOL Instant Messenger, I don't know if you are, and if you are, I wonder why. Sometimes we keep these old habits because we have some people there. Well, after 20 years, it's going to be retired on December 15th this year. So, yep, you've got until December 15th for AOL Messenger to work. Maybe find a time to move on to some other platform. Who knows? ICQ maybe, if you are chatting. And basically, after December 15th, it won't work anymore. And finally, Puerto Rico has been hit, of course, very hard by hurricanes this year. And there is, not that much, well, there's actually a lot of problems in reconstruction right now. A lot of companies are saying that the government isn't doing enough to really make reconstruction go faster. So Tesla, Google, and Facebook are actually each on their own level using their huge, of course, their huge amount of money available, but also the technologies that they actually have each to help Puerto Rico. So Tesla is looking at, of course, giant solar panels that could be installed on the island to give power faster. Google is looking at giving its Puerto Rican users some internet using, of course, high altitude balloons. They have been testing that a lot. Facebook is also looking at their own internet drones to give internet. So this is interesting, and I think it's a very, very nice thing to see that big companies are doing something to help. And you know what? That might be actually a trend in the future of major companies trying to help out in, of course, rebuilding of places where there is some disasters and helping out in general. So this was the Tech News Update for Saturday, October 7th, 2017. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching our videos.